One of the hardest parts about starting an Etsy shop is knowing what to sell. So in this video, I'm going to share 5 beginner-friendly digital product ideas you can start creating this week. I sell digital products myself, so these are ideas I genuinely recommend if you are just starting out. Some of them I've personally sold, and others I've thought about selling but decided not to, and I'll share the reasons why. And stick around because I'm going to show you a tool that makes bringing your ideas to life and seeing them on real products so much faster. So let's jump right in with the first one, which also happens to be how I started: selling clip art. Clip art refers to hand-drawn or digital elements that are very beginner friendly, in demand year-round, and versatile for customers like crafters, teachers, and small business owners. People use clip art for a lot of things like logos, invitations, planners, and many more. If you decided to sell clip art, I highly recommend to start with a specific image or like style, let's say watercolor, so that your shop immediately has an identity or like a brand. For example, you can start with watercolor flower clip art. I've actually seen a couple of shops now. The other one was like hand drawn, and they only sell watercolor flower clip art, and they're actually doing well in terms of sales. So you can tell that the people go to their shop for that specific type of thing. And of course, you have to make sure that someone is actually looking, like there is a market for it. Another tip I can give is to sell clip art in packs, because people love variations and also they want to get most out of their money. I would say you can start with a pack of 10 so that you're not overwhelmed, and make the clip art with a transparent background, because people love it when most of the legwork is done for them and the clip art that they bought is ready to use. I also want you to watch out for any copyrighted images, because you don't want to risk getting your listing or even your shop taken down. Next is selling printable wall art. These are digital prints that customers download and frame at home. This is actually the first digital product that I considered to be the secondary product to sell in my shop aside from clip art, but then I realized that it has to have its own shop because of two things. Number one, the sizing. It's different from clip art, and number two, I feel like there's a specific strategy for it to work. Number three, actually there's another reason. Number three is that I don't want to confuse my customers, so that's why I ended up not selling this one. This is another beginner friendly product you can start, because people often refresh their walls and it's an evergreen niche if you know how to kind of angle your product. You can start selling minimalist quotes, nursery decor, abstract art, and so much more. My biggest tip if you want to sell printable wall art is actually two. First is offer multiple sizes, and two, stick to one consistent style to attract buyers, because you don't want to overwhelm your shop with a bunch of random art styles. The third beginner-friendly digital product you can start selling is seamless patterns, and I sell these too. Seamless patterns are designs that can be repeated indefinitely without any visible seams. A lot of people use them for digital papers, fabrics, print-on-demand products such as tote bags, mugs, phone cases, and many more. The hardest part for me with patterns, and honestly with clip art too, was being limited in how I could showcase them on real products. Seeing your design in real life context is huge, not just for you as the seller slash creator, but also for your customers, because when they can picture how it fits into their life, that's often the little push that makes them buy your product. And that's exactly why I'm excited about Kiddo's new Nano-Banana update. It makes creating realistic mockups way faster and more flexible, so you can finally see your designs come to life without being stuck with the same old mockup options. Let me show you how it works. First, I'm going to create my pattern by clicking Kiddo AI on the left panel here. Before I type my prompt, I put in my prompt, I'm just gonna select styles, pattern, choose Google Imagine 4 because I like the style of this one, and then I'll add my prompt and generate image. Now, if the image looks good to me, there's no imperfection, the next thing that I'm gonna do is to check if it's seamless, and to do that, I'll just shrink the image down to the quarter size of the artboard, and then I'm going to duplicate it 3 times, and line them up to see if the edges match. If everything flows together, then it is seamless and ready to use. Another option to check if the seamless pattern is seamless is to download this image, upload it to a dedicated seamless checker website, but this quick test usually works great. So a tip I can give to you if you chose to sell seamless patterns is to actually check if they are seamless. That's the most important part of selling seamless patterns. Now for the fun part are the mockups. On the top corner here that says artboard, I'm gonna click on it. This highlights the edges of my design and shows a little arrow on the right. And when I click it, a new artboard opens. This is where the mockup is gonna go. Over on the right panel here, I can describe the variation I want. Let's say I want this pattern on a blanket, so I'm just gonna add my prompt here and then click generate. And as you can see the timer here. It takes about 10 to 15 seconds to generate the image, which is actually a lot faster. And there you go, just like that, my pattern is on a real blanket. Now I can show you another example. Let's say I want this image on a phone case, so let's just add that, and there's our phone case. There are so many ways to showcase your designs, and the best part, it all happens right inside Kittl without needing extra software. And honestly, this update changes the game because you don't have to guess what your patterns or clip art will look like in real life. You can see it instantly, and so can your customers. And that kind of clarity not only saves you time, but also gives your shop a huge edge when it comes to making sales. And here's some perfect timing to celebrate this launch. From September 29th to October 3rd, 2025, Nano-Banana will actually be unlimited for all pro and expert users, which means no limits, just full creative freedom. So if you want to test this out, that week is the best time to jump in. The fourth beginner-friendly digital product I recommend is digital stickers. These are image files that people use to decorate their digital planners, journals, or even notes on iPhone and iPad. Now, technically, digital stickers fall under the umbrella of clip art, but the big difference is that digital stickers don't have to be higher resolution because they're optimized for screens. Clip art, on the other hand, has to be higher resolution since people print and use them for crafts. Now, that's not to say that you can't print digital stickers. You can. It's just that they usually end up smaller compared to clip art. I thought of selling this one too, but because the difference of the resolution between clip art and digital stickers, I just didn't want to confuse my customers. If you want to try selling digital stickers, I highly recommend to create themed bundles, include both PNG format for digital use and PDF sheets so customers can print them out if they want. And the last beginner-friendly digital product I recommend is party printables. This covers a lot of sub-niches, including invitation cards, but if you decide to sell party printables, I personally would not recommend to start with invitation cards because they take time to design and personalize. But of course, if you're used to it and you have an experience, go ahead. What I would do instead is focus on other party items like banners, cupcake toppers, wrappers, thank you tags, and cake toppers. These usually require less editing and personalization. Again, this is another digital product I also thought of selling, but I quickly realized that because the niche is so broad, it has to have its own shop. Otherwise, my shop would end up looking messy and confusing for my customers. And just a quick tip, like clip art and actually all of the digital products I mentioned in this video, be super careful with trademarked characters or themes if you don't want the risk to get your listing or shop taken down. And always do your research. So those are the 5 beginner-friendly digital products I would sell on Etsy in 2025. Clip art, printable wall art, seamless patterns, digital stickers, and party printables. Remember, you don't need to jump into all 5 at once. You just pick one that excites you and start there, because that's how I started too. Clip art made me feel excited. And if you want to make your product stand out faster, definitely play around with Kittl's new Nano-Banana update, because having those realistic mockups not only saves you time, but also makes your shop look so much more professional right from the start. I hope this video gave you so much inspiration for your own Etsy journey. If it did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos, and let me know in the comments below which of these digital products you would want to try first if you haven't started yet. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye!